Here's some that you don't ever hear anyone talk about on YouTube is because they don't do it. When you have a good sales process, you can have someone tell you no in 2017, but because you have a sales process, you can capture that sale in 2019.
Warning, listening to the Hustlers Kung Fu, the business school for hustlers, may change your life, which may include making more money, dealing with your shit, stop being a scared little bitch, losing friends, breaking up with your wife, getting hot new young chicks, understanding how money works, learning to sell, learning how to start a business, moving out of your parents' house, becoming a boss, making new friends, moving up in life, and much, much more. Listen to this channel at your own risk.
Cold calling is one of the fastest ways to put money in your pocket. Depending upon your business, depending upon your product, you could go out and cold call today and go home with a few $100 or a few $1,000 in your pocket. I'll start at the beginning. I have my own companies and I act as a part-time CEO for a few other companies and been extremely busy. So what's happening is the blog Hustlers Kung Fu is going to be a very rich resource for a lot of things. And one of them, and the question I get all of the time, what course should I buy? I really can't tell someone that without sitting down and talking to them. But what I can do, and what's happening as we speak, is at Hustlers Kung Fu, there'll be a blurb about what the course will do for you. And I have a bunch of courses on Gumroad that will be available on the blog. And how to go is Gumroad just lost its way and everything's kind of jumbled and it's hard to navigate, which is a problem. Nobody's going to work hard to spend money. So with the blog, I could take each course or book and put it on a separate page, and you can just go ahead and read it, because I get that question over, like, what should I buy? What should I buy? What should I buy? So it's going to be, hey, this is for someone who's trying to do this. And at Hustlers Kung Fu, that's going to be beginner type information. How to start a business, how to hustle. The book for the Uber book will be there. The Craigslist stuff will be there. Some other new guys that will come later once they get all this cleaned up. So that's where you can go for the beginner stuff. Prices will be between $5 and $50. That's where I'm gonna put most of that stuff. Be really affordable for most people, because let's take the Craigslist book. If you actually buy the book and take action, don't just buy the book and read it and go like, okay, where's my genie that I can rub it on his ass and make some wishes happen? No, if you buy the book and really do the work, you will make way more than the cost of that book. Way more. You could do it in a day. One of the things that I found to be a big challenge with people is there's so many folks who just don't want to work. They're looking for some push button success method, and it just doesn't exist. Or if it exists, you're going to come with some serious stacks to buy it. That's why companies buy businesses, because it's cheaper to buy that ready-made situation than to create it in some cases. That's why Facebook bought Instagram. Facebook could not create an Instagram. I think they bought WhatsApp because they couldn't create it. It was just cheaper to buy it. And also time. But a lot of stuff's going to be there. Be sure to subscribe to the email list. And for those of you who want more advanced stuff, I'm separating that. Now, the things that will be coming for B School for Hustlers. If you do not have a business, you're not going to want to sign up for this stuff. I am really going to go very, very high level on that stuff. B School for Business, there will be no beginner stuff. The assumption will be that you have a business that's up and running, and this is what you need to do to get to the next level. All the remedial beginner stuff will be at Hustlers Kung Fu. And, you know, like I said, if you are a seasoned business owner, or let's just say you have 1 to 2 years of real business experience, and 1 to 2 years of real business experience is you're running something that makes money. And let me be real clear about this. There's so many people, and I've had people argue with me about this for years, that it's better to throw a bunch of stuff on Amazon and take 10% than to build your own shit. I think all of those people are fucking stupid. I don't care if you're one of them. If your feelings hurt, so be it. Because you cannot tell me that living in someone else's house is better than living in your own house unless you're a kid. And what do we know about kids? If you act like a child, you'll be treated like one. Hello, Amazon's fucking with you on a daily basis because it's your parent, little Johnny. It's going to be very much in that realm. There's going to be a paid traffic course. Now, let me tell you about the paid traffic course that's coming from B School of Hustlers. This is going to be a real-time paid traffic course. This is not going to be what I did yesterday. It's going to be what we're doing right now. And everyone that signed up for the early version of B School of Hustlers, which was at Thinkific, and I'll address that real quick. Thinkific ain't what it used to be. I've had a lot of issues with them, and it really stopped our momentum. So I'm moving B School of Hustlers to Teachable. Don't email me. Don't do it, because I'm not going to respond. And once we're ready for it, you're going to be emailed. You're going to get your login and stuff. And it's going to happen within the next few weeks. Go back to, I'm a part-time CEO for these companies. A lot of stuff's coming. But those of you who signed up early, I think the most you're going to pay was $500. If you're on the payment plan, I think that's $750. The paid traffic course alone will be 20 times your money. And you're going to get that and a lot more. For those who are about to ask, no, you cannot get the early deal. The people who signed up, paid their money, or making their monthly payments will get much love. Those of you who signed up and bailed immediately, I'm going to refund what payments you made and move on. If you want to come into the B School for Hustlers, I'm going to talk about at the end of the video how you can get in. It will not be the early bird price. These folks paid a few months ago. We've had a lot of issues getting it together, so they came in super cheap because I said it. I don't know how long it's going to take to put this together. I did not see all these other things happening, so those folks, they're going to get amazing return on their money, probably like 1,000 times. Now, if you want to be part, go to the end of the video and I'll talk about that. Now, with Hustlers Kung Fu, we're going to talk about a lot of different stuff. There's going to be more interviews. There's going to be very different subject matter here. And I know a lot of people are used to me giving high-level business advice on this channel. That's over. And the reason is people who already have a business don't want to hear about what they had to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. They've been there. That's like, I don't want to hear that. I want something that's better, something that's going to take my $100,000 business to $1 million, something that's going to take my $1 million business to $10 million, something that's going to take my $10 million business to $30 million. They don't want to hear Uber and Craigslist and resale and eBay and Amazon and TaskRabbit. They don't want to hear about all that. But for those of you who have no business, you have nothing going on, you're trying to make some scratch, this is the channel for you. And we're going to play around with the show. My big push is going to be to develop the channel B School for Hustlers. It's going to be a video coming there, probably 2 or 3 videos a week. And if you want to be alerted of the videos and the live streams and the special offers, go below the video, get on my email list, and it's going to be B School for Hustlers. You want to be on that list. You're going to get alerted. Be on that list if you want to be part of that. Next thing, Mac Daddy Media. That's going to be the video marketing stuff. There's a new video that's going to be dropping about how to make a lot of money, how to save a lot of money with a YouTube channel. It's already done. It's just got to go up. And then, woo, for you guys who like the mental game, right? Personal development for hustlers. I'm going to go hard on that channel. It's going to be some stuff you've never heard me say. I'm going to explain some concepts. It's going to be deep. So you want to go ahead and subscribe to that. Then, so Mac Daddy Media is going to cover video marketing, content creation, course creation, ebooks, audiobooks. Well, not ebooks, audiobooks. That's going to be on Rich Self-Published Author. I'll talk about the ebook stuff. I'll talk about the audiobook stuff. I'll talk about course creation on that channel and nothing else. So just depending on what floats your boat and how you want to be in to win it, then pick your channel, pick your content. I know some people are a little upset that I have changed the content on this channel, and I've gotten emails and messages, and it's like, hey, you're not going to appeal to your core audience. And that is 100% true, because I am changing stuff up. I am not afraid to start over. I'm not afraid to do new stuff, because the way the channel is, and I had to straighten it out, it's too much content about too many different topics on one channel. It's just too heavy, if that makes any sense. So we're going to lighten it up with appropriate topics for the appropriate people. Now, for those of you who want to be part of B School for Hustlers, B School for Hustlers, straight up is, I got a business already. I'm trying to do some high level stuff. I'm trying to make some money. The first people came in, it was like a $500 deal, or 99 bucks a month. And the second wave came in, and I think it was $700 and $150 a month. Okay, if you want to be part of B School for Hustlers, which definitely kicks off again next week, probably Wednesday, this is the offer, and it's going to be, you're going to have to probably go to the bottom of the description to get the link, but it's $200 a month for 6 months, or you can do, I'm going to say $800. You know, the math may change a little bit, because I'm just doing what makes sense, but it could be a one-time payment of $800, or you can do $200 a month for 6 months. That seems like that's workable to me. I may add a month on there. Not sure. I'm driving. This is just up in my head. I'm just getting this content out. But once again, one-time payment $800, or 6 monthly payments of $200, and then you get everything that goes on to B School for Hustlers. The paid traffic course will probably start after I go ahead with cold calling. Let me tell you about the cold calling course. If you have a business already, you want this course. And the reason you want this course is, here's a little secret that a lot of people won't tell you about online marketing. If you are a well-known company, marketing online is easy. If no one knows who you are and you have a certain kind of business, cold calling will get you more business faster and cheaper than online marketing. Now, there's a point of scalability where the online marketing will kick the cold calling in the ass. But if you're like really struggling to get business, if you're in that feast or famine situation where there are periods of times where you're working really, really hard, and then there's periods of times where you're scratching for work, you're starving for work, cold calling, and let me just flesh out cold calling. Someone had put up some stuff about in the DMs, you know, like talking to people on Instagram and DM. This is cold calling. Anytime you introduce yourself, your business to someone you don't know, it's cold calling. They don't know you. It's a cold call. If they knew you, or someone said, hey, go check out Shaggy GA's business, that's called a warm knock or a referral, depending upon the person, because this is more of a referral. Hey, John, I just went to Shaggy G's. It's amazing. You gotta do it. Give me your phone. Here's the number. Shoot, here's a coupon code. Okay, that's a very strong referral. Then a warm knock is, oh yeah, I used Shaggy G's. That was great. Okay, they're saying favorable thing, but there's way more action on the referral. That's what I used to do when my networking partners, I was like, okay, call X, here's the number. Matter of fact, let's get on the phone. Let me introduce you to so-and-so. Sing your praises. Okay, those are referrals. Then if you have content marketing out there, and then someone finds your content, which is like hustlerskungfu.com, that's going to be my content marketing thing. YouTube here is content marketing. Someone finds it, comes in, and is like, oh, I like this content. Oh, there's some further. Click, buy. Okay, that's inbound marketing. You got to know these terms, because there are people out there trying to do stuff and they don't know what the hell they're doing. It's like going to Spain and you're speaking French and wondering why no one understands you. You got to know these terms. You got to invest into the sales process. Now, marketing is saying, hey, we exist and we do this. Sales is, hey, we exist, but we've observed your business, or we've observed you, and we have a solution to your problem, and let's sit down and talk about it. You like it, I present it, let's close the deal. That's sales. Sales is a process. Marketing is a feature of pushing your company out into the world, and both are very, very important. Marketing and sales are not the same thing. They're not. Anyone that tells you that doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. There's huge marketing departments that work on finding channels to advertise, buying media. There's so many different things to marketing. Sales is closing the deal and getting the money. Now, sometimes your marketing can be so good. In the case of what I have here at Hustlers Kung Fu, which is inbound marketing, and the marketing and the feature and me putting out so much content that people just like click and they buy, and that's, you know, and those are great sales because they're not cheap, but they're low cost acquisition of customers. You know, if I have a piece of content I put out 6 years, somebody goes in that content, oh, I like this, they hit that link and buy. Very, very low cost of customer acquisition. And that's the stuff that we're going to be talking about in cold calling, because you can't go through a sales process until you actually have a customer in front of you. And how do you get a customer in front of you? You got to go out and find the customer or find the marketplace or whatever. And we're going to talk about all of that, because it won't just be about, hey, picking up the phone. About picking up the phone, how to talk to people in the DMs, how to write emails, how to set up your CRM, which is customer relationship management software. And you know, you can use Highrise. There's all kinds. You must have containers to create to keep this information for your sales process, because here's some that you don't ever hear anyone talk about on YouTube, is because they don't do it. When you have a good sales process, you can have someone tell you no in 2017, but because you have a sales process, you can capture that sale in 2019. We'll talk about that, because as one of my mentors said, we need sales today, we need sales tomorrow, we need sales next month, we need sales next year. All true. So, you know, by having a sales process, you can get sales that are, it's like trying to woo a woman and she says no the first time, then a year later shit changes, you go back and woo and you win. It's the same thing. It's the same principle. And the law of averages come in. The more wooing you do, the more winning you will do. And many people don't do the wooing. They don't do the cold calls. They don't do the presentations. They don't get out there and shake that money tree. We're going to talk about that. So cold calling, and I'm going to change the name a little bit because we're moving and I thought about it, but it's going to be very, very important, especially for you guys with service businesses. It's going to be important for you guys who have stores. It's going to be important for you guys who sell on Craigslist. It's going to be important for you guys who are really trying to build a business. If you sell insurance, you're going to need this course. If you're selling face-to-face, you need this course. I don't care if it's meat. I don't care if you're selling pink rabbits. You're going to need this cold calling course. And I'm not going into the whole name because, like I said, once I sit down, I'm going to change up the name a bit and give you more explanations of what it is and how it's going to benefit you. But essentially, cold calling is one of the fastest ways to put money in your pocket. Depending upon your business, depending upon your product, you could go out and cold call today and go home with a few $100 or a few $1,000s in your pocket. That's why cold calling is hard. It's for the rough and rugged, but done correctly, if you master cold calling, you'll never be broke. You'll never go home. You'll never be homeless. You'll never go hungry, and you'll never ever have a lack of female companionship if you can manage to become good at cold calling. And if you become great at cold calling, you're going to be a millionaire. That's how important it is. So the link's below. You can get on a payment plan, or you could do a one-time payment. Now, how does this work? You're going to sign up for the course. What I'm saying is you buy the cold calling course, $800 for everything. So everything that goes onto the B School for Hustlers platform is yours, including the t-shirts. This is why this is a crazy deal. Or you do $200 a month, and what's going to happen is you're going to pay, then someone's going to reach out, then they're going to add you to the course and send you your login information. So that's how that's going to work. We're going to test some stuff, but just go below the video. I'll give you copious explanations of how this is working, and then we'll go from there. And this offer is going to go on probably the whole month of May. Keep it here for the whole month of May, and I'm going to start putting more content because I got to move the stuff that was on Thinkific, and I got to move it to the new platform. And because I've been part-time CEO, hiring a bunch of people, managing a bunch of people, opening offices, it just simply hadn't had the time. But now I got a staff of 3, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. I got a staff of 7. So now I'm starting to be freed up to do these things. And the reason I took this route was so I can give you real fucking time information. There's a lot of people who want the pretty package, and this is a reason why, and a lot of people won't tell you this. Do you understand, do you know the course completion rate for most people? It's very low. There are people who have spent $5,000 for an online course and took 10% of it, never went back again, and then asked for a refund. So that's why a lot of people focus on pretty, because if they can get you to come in there, they know that most of you are not going to finish the course. I'm doing something different. I would rather have 100 really successful people from taking my course versus 1,000 people who just took the course and didn't do anything. And the reason is really selfish. I get 100 hardcore people who take the courses, benefit. They're going to tell their friends, they're going to tell their families, they're going to tell mom, dad, they're going to tell ex-girlfriends, boyfriends. Like, Glendon's shit is the shit. Now, people who just take the course and don't take action, they're not going to tell anybody anything. So by getting a smaller group of hardcore people to do the work, to become successful, I exponentially expand my reach versus going for a large vanity number and some money, because I'm playing the long game. I'm playing long ball. I'm playing year after year, decade after decade. So doing it this way, I can make so much more money. But see, people don't explain that stuff to you, but I do. So once again, all the information is below the video. The other channels that you may want to check out, all the links are below. And that's it. If you have any questions, in the very near future, there's going to be a person who would be 100% dedicated to customer service, who would be in the office. That person isn't hired yet, but they will be. I got to put that ad up, and then we'll do that. But content will come, and you will get your information. So hopefully that made sense. And that's all I got for you.